Welcome back, everyone. And moving on, we have some areas of cybersecurity to help provide an idea of what it can be broken down to. And again, this course is to give you some general information that you can refer to. The point is to start thinking in cybersecurity related terms, to become aware, to start adopting some practices, things like the CIA triad that you can incorporate. It doesn't matter if you work in DevOps, web dev, data science, you're an AI engineer. We can all benefit from just paying attention and being cognizant of these areas within cybersecurity operations in general, and these terms that we're discussing. So the point of this is I see posts quite often asking what direction an individual should go in based on their interests. So those of you that are looking to get into the domain, this might be really helpful. But it also can be a challenge at times to answer since there's so many variables or specifics that can be taken into consideration. But to help give you an idea, we could probably make these even more granular to job-related roles or functions. This can help get started to just see these areas in cybersecurity for those of you that are looking for a career in the domain as well. So as a general representation, I broke it down into the following categories. Application security is pretty straightforward, kind of what it sounds like, securing applications. You can secure web apps and things like that. We have offensive security or OffSec. It's more related to penetration testing, where you work to exploit legally a system or an app to discover flaws to fix. So say a company hires you, or maybe you're working for the company internally and you want to test systems. You're trying to find these bugs, these exploits, so that you can address the issues. We also have network security, also known as NetSec. Pretty straightforward, again, definition, but let's think of roles in such as a security operations center or a network engineer. We also have security engineering. Might have more of a little bit of an infrastructure focus depending on the roles, but security engineering can also be very code and programming based and can be integrated into many domains because it's so reliant on those engineering principles, building systems, building detection systems, whatever it is, working with the code that actually implements specific things, especially on the defensive side. Lastly, we have compliance, and we can note each of these subfields is definitely growing, but compliance has seen immense interest as we progress in our digital age with things such as GDPR and other certification requirements for companies. I also think as the political and international landscape changes and continues to advance, we are going to also see some things change within IT in general. So to adapt to these, certification and compliance in general should be a major area of growth because companies need to be compliant for those specific reasons. So there are quite a few areas, and you can break them down into offensive, defensive, much more. We can go much more granular, but we can also try to sum it up into the following areas that we see. This is just a general representation, some of the roles within cybersecurity. All right, with that, let's wrap things up, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture.